Hi, welcome to another video. Today I'm doing elastic bracelets with copper accent beads or spacer beads, and I'm going to use little stones. These are white and clear, and some pink, I guess cat's eye, and then just some greenish blue with, I think this is like little blue spots on there. Then I have little hearts with Celtic, little flower with 3 petals, beryl bead, and I can find just one. These are little tiny spacer beads, and there's one of them. Little tiny, it almost gives off more of a shine than anything else, and we're going to try to use those. I haven't used those with the elastic before, and the elastic I'm using is a 0.5. It's thinner, and it's stretchy. And I also have a 0.7, which is thicker for thicker beads, heavier beads, and that sort of thing. But I think today I can stick with the 0.5. And then I have my E6000 just to put a little dab from a toothpick onto the knot. And my biggest thing, I think, is that, let's measure this out. My biggest thing is when I see these videos, they show you a knot that you're supposed to make, but they're using the elastic and they're like up really close trying to show you the knot, and it's see-through. This is, see-through. So I'm going to be using it a little bit different way so that you can kind of see better how I'm going to do it. My wrist is 6, but I'm going to make a size 7 bracelet. So there are my two things. This is a sewing. It's supposed to all of a sudden mark be gone. So we'll see what happens. If not, I have my pins, and I'll put a pin on each end in case this disappears. Let's do this knot. Okay, here's my bead. Pretend this is my bracelet. It's all finished. Okay, ta-da! Now what you want to do, everyone says that the surgeon knot is best, and I've done a couple surgeon knots and it seems to work out really well. So what you want to do is you have your two ends, okay? Now remember, this is full of beads, so you want to hang on to it. All right, so I have the right one and I have the left one. So it's right over left, and then left over right and under. And then you want to go in under one more time, and that makes it a surgeon knot instead of a square knot. And this is what it looks like. Of course, it's a bit of a mess because you're not supposed to really use this knot for this, but I wanted to show you in large form what's happening. So we'll do it again. Right over left and under. And then left, left over right, and then under again. And this is what it looks like. And then you pull it tight, which is really hard. But anyway, that's what it looks like. Okay, now, to get a better look, I've got, two different ends so you can kind of see better what's going on. I have the right one, the right over left and under. And then, oh, look, the left one goes over right, and it goes under, and then it goes under again, like this. See the knot? See how it looks? All the work was done with the orange one. The green one was just kind of hanging out. And see, now you can see more of what it looks like. I'm going to do that again. So here we have right over left, and then under. And then left over right and under. And then under again. And then pull tight. So you see, it's just more wrapped around the one than it is the other, just by one more. So it's a square knot with a little extra. This is really hard to see this way. Okay, I'm going to keep it on the spool. And I'm just cinching it down in here. I just got it at Michael's. I think I said that already. Okay, now I'm going to thread on as many beads as I need to fill up this space between this and this. And I want to make something with the white beads. And forgive my fingers. Don't look if you can't take it. I've had so much yard work going on. My fingernails are grotesque. Okay, there's 3. I'm going to do maybe 3 and then one of these. I also have this little owl I might use for the pink ones. I'm not sure yet though. The rest I'm not going to use. I'm going to use some of them for the pink, but that's it. Okay, so let's see how much we got here. Ooh, that one's got a pink blob on it. That's kind of neat. Okay. Right there. So I'm like halfway. Ooh, yeah, I'm like halfway. All right, so I'm going to find some other beads that will work with this too. Okay, I grabbed up some larger white ones. They're the exact same thing, those agates. So I'm going to use the length of this to kind of show me approximately how this is going to go down. One big one and 2 small ones, perhaps. Let's see. All right, let's thread it and see what we really have. Make sure I put those hearts facing the right way all the time. There I have the end product. It's still really small. Okay. And then we'll put this in there, and that should work. Okay. All right, let's see how we are. Oh, that looks perfect. Look at that. That's perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to give myself enough room to make my knot. Here's my right. Over to left. Well, let's stretch it out a little bit. Make sure we haven't left room for it just to expand on its own. Okay. Right over left. Left over right. See, it's hard to see with this. Right, left over right. And around. And around. And pull tight. And there's the itty bitty teeny weeny knot that's so hard to see. Okay. Now I'm going to take my 6,000 and get the littlest dab, just the littlest dab, and then hurry up and shut it because it gets dried out really, really fast. Stretch it open and put that on there. There. And then we'll let it dry. And now I'm just going to trim those edges. There we go. And it's under this bead here, and you'll never know. Okay, that's one. Just make sure it's tight enough, but that it's not tight on your wrist. You don't want it tight on your wrist because it'll put those big dents in there. And make sure that you pre-stretch it. You can feel it kind of stretch and then relax into its new position. You can feel it. Now, let's do the little pink one, some sort of semblance of what the idea I want to do. And I want to add some of these to it, maybe like every 4th one. Will that work? Okay, and then I'm going to put these little guys, one on either side of the white one. So we have a little copper here, and we'll have a little copper there. And then we'll see exactly how long it gets, and we can always adjust. All right, so we'll take out my string and stretch it a little bit. Okay, and then we'll get going. Okay. Here we go again. Right over, oops, let's hold on to that. Right over left and under. And left over right and under again. Nice and tight and nice and tight and nice and tight. Then we'll get out my E6000, put a little dab on there, not much, just a little. Shut it back up again, put the dab on all over it, let it dry. Then we'll cut these short, and I'm just gonna eke it underneath one of the beads. There we go. I think that's gonna be good. For this next one, let's put it on, 409, May 21st. With this one, I'm gonna see if I can do these little tiny things. Oh, I like it. I think that's gonna look good. All right, that's what I'm gonna do with this one. It doesn't matter where I put it, really. As long as it is in there tight. Right over left and around. And then left over right and around. And around again. Oops, missed it. And around again. Okay. It's nice and tight. I think that's going to work. Take some of my 6000, just a little dab, put it on there all around, and then trim them. Dried and finished. I really like the way that one looks. So we just need some beads, any kind you like. Measure out how long you need it for yourself, and that way you can lay it out and see it. Use some copper, use some silver, use whatever you want. Some elastic, the 0.5 for small beads and the 0.7 for big beads. They actually make it in a 1 point for big beads. And let's go over the knot one more time. So it's right over left and around, and then left over right and around one more time. Surgeon's knot and pull. Can't quite get it right in the leather, but it'll work out great for the elastic. I hope you make a couple. They're fun. Mix it up, put them together, make a bunch the same, and then put them together or keep them separate. I'll probably be making some of these for that market. So again, if you guys come up with anything you want me to sew or you think I might want to make for the market, let me know. Bye.